Hello and welcome. In this video we are discussing about SAP ABAP Macros. So if we want to reuse the same set of statements more than once in a program, we need to include them in a macro. For example, a macro can be useful for long calculations or for writing complex write statements. We can only use a macro within a program in which it is defined. Macro definition should occur before the macro is used in the program. Macros are defined based on placeholders. Placeholder works like pointers in C language, and you can define a macro within the define end of definition statement. So the basic syntax of a macro definition: define macro name statements end of definition, macro name parameter 1, parameter 2. It is necessary to define a macro first before invoking it. The param1 replaces the placeholders and $1 in the ABAP statements contained in the macro definition. The maximum number of placeholders in a macro definition is 9. That is, when a program is executed, the SAP system replaces the macro by appropriate statements, and the placeholders $1, $2, etc. up to $9 are replaced by the parameters param1, param2 and param9. And we may invoke a macro with another macro but not the same macro. Go to transaction SC38, create a new program Z macro _ test along with the description in the short text field, and also with appropriate attributes such as type and status. Report Z macro test define mac test. This is macro $1 end of definition. Parameters S1 type C as checkbox, parameters S2 type C as checkbox, and parameters S3 type C as checkbox default X. Then start of selection. If S1 equal to S, mac text 1 end if S2 equal to X, mac test 2 end if, and if S3 equal to S, mac test 3 end if. So we have 3 checkboxes, and while executing the program, let us select the S2 checkbox. So the code produces the output a macro program. This is macro 2, and if all checkboxes are selected, the code produces the output a macro program. This is macro 1, this is macro 2, and this is macro 3. So this was a brief discussion on SAP ABAP Macros, and we will be discussing more on SAP ABAP in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.